Hi, I'm Howlermouse, and you're not. Anyway, it's kind of funny how things kind of work out in a way. I had a birthday a few weeks ago, and I think I had one person kind of remember, and they swore they had a birthday gift for me, which has not appeared. You know, no big deal. And then, you know, Facebook, you know, a lot of people seem to, you know, remember my birthday because of Facebook, so I got a whole bunch of happy birthdays. You know, it's nice, you know, it's all that stuff like that. You know, but it's still kind of deflating when you just, you know, you don't hear from, you know, family and stuff that, you know, it's your birthday. You know, I'm sure I've done the same, so, you know, and all that stuff. But Dowdy, the great legend there, had messaged me, told me that he had some Fantastic Four he was going to send me, you know, some doubles and stuff. So I've been kind of eyeballing that. And I get home, we're having an ice storm, and, you know, last week was kind of crappy, you know, made the best of the weekend. And then turned around and got, you know, checked the mailbox, and they had the little slip of paper, you have a package. So I go down there thinking it's this package from, you know, Dowdy. And I give it to them, and they come out with this. I about fell down, and I'm like, is that from Texas? And they're like, no, you know. And this is from my buddy Steve Ogden, you know, so appreciate it, Steve. I've already texted you, I was blown away. So what's in here comes to about 55 comics. And what is so funny is there's one book in here that I keep losing on eBay, you know. But anyway, just to jump in there, this is some of the stuff that got sent, okay? First issue special, number 12. I think this was the last one. It's the sort of a first appearance of Michael, the Blue Star Man, who was used extensively by James Robinson in as part of the Starman legacy, if you will, in his 90s series. And he popped up in James Robinson's Justice League of America right before the DC 52 hit, and they wiped out that whole continuity. All right, Defenders number 19. Love some early Defenders. I'm a fan of like maybe the first 25 to 30 issues of the Defenders. I don't know why. They just you know, had that more Bronze Age feel. Alright, Marvel 2-in-1, 24. Oh, let's get up there. Alright, again, some great Bronze Age stuff, man. You know, Thing and Black Goliath. Okay, 34, some Thing and Nighthawk. You know, nothing like a little Nighthawk to do you there. Okay, you know, and Nighthawk was actually Marvel's version of Batman, for you guys that don't know, with the Squadron Sinister, then the Squadron Supreme, you know, and he pops up here. There's a whole history with Nighthawk, if you want to pick one or two of them there. There's been a couple. Alright, Marvel team up with Daughters of the Dragon, some great kung fu, you know, 70s exploitation comic there, and the Falcon, number 71. And he sent me some Man-Thing. That's right. You got to have some Man-Thing. You know, and if it was a giant-sized Man-Thing, I think I would have had to, like, you know, had my head explode. So this is good that we got sent these. Number 21. And for 25 cents, I think this is volume 1. Yep, number 16. Oh, and this I had this when I was a kid. I think it was my stepdad's and stuff. And this was one of the books that I just read over and over, a Man-Thing there. And I about like cheered when I saw this, man. Astonishing Tales number 24. It the Living Colossus, because he's fighting Fin Fang Foom. Yes, yes. You know, man, this is awesome. The final battle. That's what it says down there at the bottom. It the Living Colossus. I think I got 2-3 more of these, and I need to whip them out there. Okay, then here's a book that I don't know if I've ever really read before, but this is based off of an author, A.E. Van Vought's Tales of the Terror from Beyond the Void. And man, it's very shades of Cthulhu there with those big tentacles coming out of this man-beast. Worlds Unknown. Dead of Night. This is one of those books that has eluded me. I'm not saying that I've tracked it down before or really went hunting for it. It's one of those books you kind of keep your eye out for. Dead of Night number 6. You know, Jack the Ripper, and it's a few other tales in here, man. So, you know, cannot wait to jump into that one. Then we go into some Atlas comics, and I'm gonna have to do a video telling you a little bit about Atlas from the 70s and stuff, right? You had Atlas and you had Red Circle, and where I'm shooting from the hip here, I don't want to give the history and mix the two up, okay? Because one was by Lieber, through Stan Lee's brother. He was involved. And I secretly think, Marvel had a little hand in one of them. Then you had one where, and I think it's Atlas, where everybody was into it, man, and none of the books really went past issue 3 or 4 or something. And back then in the 70s, they were kind of picking up. People were really wanting to buy them, and they just didn't come out anymore. Nobody had an answer, So, but anyway, this is the Scorpion. I might have to do a video on some Atlas comics, see what I have in the back there. I don't have many, if anything. The Protector, Phoenix the Protector, number 4. So like I said, I might have my red circle and my Atlas history mixed up in my head right now, so I'll do another video. Target. And, people like Ernie Colin worked on this. I think Gray Mara was on a couple of them. All New No reprint, number 1. And these have a cult following. There's people who want this complete company because there's not that many issues of them. Wolf the Barbarian. This is the one that I've always been interested in. This is number 3. And just, because it's the Howlermouse channel, it looks like he's fighting some howler mice. Some man creatures. And there's a book I have called Starman's Son by Andre Norton. And I'll do a big spoiler for you guys that haven't read the novel. It's a post-apocalyptic book. But it's basically the creatures, in the post-apocalyptic world, the bad guys are rat creatures, that have evolved brains from the atomic bomb. Okay, another Wolf the Barbarian. Out of all I'm seeing in these Atlas comics, Wolf the Barbarian is the one I'm kind of excited about. See what's going to go on. Okay, I'm expecting some good Bronze Age cheesiness, called like Iron Jaw here, and I mean cheesy in a good way. Iron Jaw. I want to say Gray Mara might have worked on this one. I don't know. I'll look it up later. And 8 Tales of the Evil Man Monster. Never laid eyes on this one. This is the one. If I have, I don't remember. So I'll be real interested to read this one. The Man Monster. And more like 2001. Yeah. Post-apocalyptic goodness there. And then we get back to the Marvel, man. Creatures of the on the Loose. You get some Man Wolf. Man, I'm a huge Man Wolf fan. Perez did some Man Wolf. This is J. Jonah Jameson's Jr., his son and stuff. Just this, these stories I went through there were just gold, pure fun. It popped out of the Spider-Man books. Yep. Spider-Man's werewolf nemesis, now in a series all of his own. So yeah, I love that horror stuff, man. Steve knows what I like. Alright, continuing on, if you're hanging in there, man, we got some more Creatures on the Loose, number 31, more Man Wolf. I'm so excited to go with these. I think I got about 5 or 6 more of these somewhere, I think, so I get to do a little run. Kraven the Hunter versus Man Wolf, Creatures on the Loose 32. Oh man, I've never read these. And this is the one on eBay I keep losing, man. It's a monster from the Monster of Frankenstein. They changed the title a couple issues down the line, man. But this is some Mike Ploog work. And you throw some Bronze Age Mike Ploog at me, man, and I might, I'll wash your car, mow your yard, whatever, So I'm real excited about this, and I'm going to be putting this to the side because I know what I'm doing when I'm off here. Marvel Presents Bloodstone number 2. Okay, number 1 and 2. There was 12 issues of Marvel Presents, and 1 and 2 were about Bloodstone. Again, because of the number of books I got in here, I'm not going to go into it. But the next issue, number 3, will go into Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, and they run up to issue 12. Then we got some Iron Man. Copper Age, I think these are some 80s stuff, 60 cents, so yeah, 180 of Iron Man, 181, so I'm pretty sure this is probably like 83, 84 if I had to guess. 83, yeah, Luke and Steve, because I remember it was 85 he got the silver and red armor. Okay, and this is a little bit after that, 236 is the 200s where he got the silver and gold armor. And I had these. This was Bob Layton, Jackson Geist coming in here and doing some great stuff with Grey Gargoyle and Spider-Man and stuff. And I don't know if I have the books or not. Those were some of the books that I kind of had when they came out, and they kind of got beat up over the years. So it's really cool to see those back. Butch Geist, I think that's his name. 273, Dragon Seed. I wanted to say that might be going. That's Paul Ryan. This is in 91. And I'm thinking this is somewhere around the time John Romita Jr. came on and did the art, and John Byrne was scripting. So, going by a 20-some-year-old memory now. The Living Chamber, going against War Machine. 289. 297. X-Men Omega Red, an Omega Red appearance. I didn't know about that. That's interesting. So now we're into 1993. Yeah. Yeah, $2.99. Yeah, $3.08. So I think we're creeping up on when they kind of turned Tony Stark into a. Well, turns out Tony Stark was always. Who was it? That was a really bad storyline. Tony Stark was an agent of Kong or somebody at one time, or Immortus. He was an agent of a bad guy. They were saying this whole time. They went back in the past and brought back a teenage Tony Stark before he was turned to kind of save the day, and it led over to the crossing or something, the Avengers. Again, a really bad storyline, a really bad era in the 90s for Marvel that they act like never happened. Mike Deodato Jr. came in, did all these freaking redesigns for the Avengers, which were just horrible. Okay, now we're into some Charlton goodness. Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library. I am a fan of this book. This is just 70s horror, man. It looks like that's a Ditko cover, man. Oh my gosh. This is number 30. Oh man. Yeah. I think Steve's the one that turned me on to Charlton horror and stuff. After I had just a few issues and stuff, I kind of shied away from it. Here's number 33. I wish I could shake that feeling. Oh man. It is just awesome. Sorry, I'm looking at him instead of showing you guys. Okay. And then we got the mini ghost of Dr. Graves, I think. Yep, Dr. Graves. What number is this? Number 39. And I tell you what, the Charlton action heroes and stuff like that, not bad. Because you had like Steve Ditko, Giordano, and Steranko came in there and messed around with some stuff and everything like that. And everybody that came out of Charlton Comics and went to DC and Marvel back in the day and stuff, they knew the business of comics. You know, it wasn't just I'm sending my, you know, art in, or here's my story, and you know, they didn't worry about what the process was, but they went on. Charlton actually just put out comics in a way to keep they had their own printing press, and that printing press was used for, you know, magazines, and it was for at one point in time cereal boxes. So in order to keep the printing press running and making money, they kind of made comics on the side thought, and all the great people that came out of Charlton Comics kind of, you know, really justified it. But then you had the god-awful books like Fighting Army, Fighting Marines, and all that stuff. They have their fans, but, you know. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, we got the Ghost of Dr. Graves, number 47. That almost looks like John Byrne. Nope, Joe Staton. That's Joe Staton artwork. Yeah. Oh, Joe Staton, John Byrne came out of there. Steranko, I think Dre Morrow. Nah, I'm not going to say anything. Shooting off the hip here has got to work. I'm a little blown away with this, man. This is awesome. The mini goes to Dr. Graves. It looks like that might be a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch. So, yep, that might go on the wall. Okay. Outlaw of the West from Christian Comics, CDC. I think that's it, CDC. I think they were a Christian-based group. I'm not sure. There was a Christian-based comic book run there for a while. Charlton Comics, Outlaws of the West. Maybe that is Charlton Comics before they got the Arrow banner. Outlaws of the West. I could be wrong, you know. Outlaw of the West. More Ghost of Dr. Graves. Oh man, Steve Ditko. Somebody's penciled that in there. Somebody actually penciled in Steve Ditko. Looks like it's with ink, so I don't know if that's part of the press. I don't feel an indentation. Anyway, take that in. Alright. Oh yes, more Baron Werewolf Haunted Library. And there's no shame about it. They made Baron Werewolf look like he could be Cain and Abel's brother there from the House of Mystery and House of Secrets partners. Man, this is awesome. Like, this is great. Oh yes, all new Ghost Manor. Now this is what I'm saying. Every now and then you get one of those covers out of these that just blows me away. There's a Baron Werewolf back there that I love that cover so much. It looked like some kind of acrylic or oil paint cover with weird greens and stuff like that for the time of day and stuff. Kind of had an icky classic feeling to it, and I think MA00001 ended up ordering one too after he saw it in my video and stuff. So yeah. Oh man, yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, Ghost Manor with Killer Mermaid. Yep. Oh man, that is awesome. Number 35, that is awesome. Oh my god, I can't wait to get into these. Alright, Ghostly Haunts from Charlton. Yeah, The Man Who Refused to Die. Oh man, looks like the Baroness from the G.I. Joe. He looks like somebody too. I don't know. Alright, Ghostly Manor. I'll Never Leave You. And that's a Ditko cover. Charlton Ditko, man. Charlton let these guys go, man. Charlton, you know, a lot of these guys, some of these books, you know, let the creators just go with them, you know, all that stuff. Like, you know, like I said, they just wanted it in and keep the presses going. Ghostly Haunts, number 42. It's like some kind of, man, it looks like Jungle Jim or Indiana Jones could just jump out there at any time. Man, that's Temple of Doom there. Some more Ghostly Tales. Oh man, what a cover! These Charlton books, man, the horror stuff. Wow, man, look at this. Ghostly Tales number 127. Let me hold this still. That is just awesome. Oh my God. The bizarreness, the coloring. It's in a way it's dated in a good way. I mean, I've got Monster of Wires and Electricity. And I mean, it gives you kind of an icky feeling in a way, like old horror movies used to. Like Vincent Price should walk out of these. Ghostly Tales, number 168. The Secret of the Sacred Cave. Man, there's a lot of there's a lot of ancient religions in these. There we go. Lure of the Swamp. This is what I mean, man. That's what I mean. Some of these, you know, H.P. Lovecraft Cthulhu feeling monsters and stuff, they feel like they're gooey and they're mossy and stuff. Where I grew up, man, we had like a lot of mud and kind of like, you could say it was like kind of like a swamp and stuff, even though it's, you know, the mountains of Virginia and all this stuff with all the rivers and all this stuff. And but, you know, you had places where the soil was clay based and you had flint rock and all this stuff, and you had places that were just bogs and stuff. So when I see this stuff, I think it might bother me because I can smell the sulfur and the nasty, you know, nastiness and stuff, you know. I mean, you know, you watch Swamp Thing and stuff, but you got to remember, man, swamps stink. It smells like dead fish, you know. And humid. Oh my God, the humidity makes it even worse. All right, Voice of the Fog, Haunted, number 14, going way back. Oh man, that might be Silver Age. That's a Ditko. Man, lots of Ditko. I can't believe this. Oh. Yep, room for one more. All new Haunted, number 16. UK, 6pence. We got a UK edition, guys. Shout out to all the YCC of the UK over there, man. Alright, Midnight Tales. Never seen this one, number 16. No, never heard of this one, man. Man, that looks like a good-looking Frankenstein popping up there. Good Lord, I've been created by a monster. So the monster's made a human. Looks like they turned it on his ear. Midnight Tales. And here we go, man. Doomsday number 1, number 8. And this might be the last original issue, man. They only did so many of these. And they kept the numbering, and then they reprinted back from number 1. And I can't remember if they did 6 of them or 8 of them or something, but still to have a Charlton Doomsday number 1. I got a few, man, but not in this good a shape, man. And this is like John Byrne's first ongoing series. You know, he started out at Charlton too, man. Willie and the Chopper Bunch. And Steve Ogden sent me one of these before, maybe 2. Conga from the early 60s. Oh yeah. Yep. The Peacekeeper. You got Sasquatch, you got Caveman, you got post-apocalyptic, and you got giant monkeys. That's right. And Mysterious Suspense, Return of the Question by Steve Ditko. Alright, and it's number 1 of Mysterious Suspense. 12 cents. It's not a reprint, man. And that's a Ditko, man. So I don't know if this is the second appearance of the Question or what, because he didn't really have that many to begin with. So any of these are just freaking gold to get a hold of, man. So yes, thank you, Mr. Ogden. Man, that was awesome. I'm seriously sitting here kind of feeling surreal and blown away, man. So alright, guys. Okay, that's it. I'm going to, like, you know, flip through some books here later.